Signs of a high vibration person. Number 1. Animals feel safe in your presence. Number 2. People stare at you in public. Number 3. Random strangers love to come to you and talk and tell you their life stories. Number 4. You can feel the energy of a room shift when you walk in. Number 5. You irritate toxic people just by being your true and authentic self. The best comebacks ever. I don't have the time or the crayons to explain this to you. Somewhere out there, there's a tree working very hard to produce oxygen so that you can breathe. I think you should go and apologize to it. I'll never forget the first time we met. But I'll keep trying. Your family tree must be a cactus cause you're all a bunch of pricks. What doesn't kill you disappoints me. Remember when I asked for your opinion? Me neither. The people who tolerate you on a daily basis are the real heroes. Stupidity isn't a crime, so you're free to go. You are the human version of period cramps. You're the reason God created the middle finger. Someday you'll go far. I hope you stay there. Don't be ashamed of who you are. That's your parents' job. I understand everything you said. I'm choosing to ignore you. Everyone's entitled to act stupid once in a while, but you really abused the privilege.
Quiet people are often misunderstood, and they're the first to admit it. They're often more creative and sensitive to their surroundings than their more extroverted counterparts, which can make them appear shy or reserved. But don't let that fool you. Quiet people don't dislike being around other people. In fact, some of them thrive on it. Quiet people just love observing before jumping into a conversation or activity. Quiet people actually talk a lot around people they're close with. They only have 3 friends. They've got the cutest smile and weirdest laughter. They are shy. They can't maintain eye contact. They have too much anger. Don't get them pissed off. They keep their feelings and pain inside. They think no one will care. They are really loyal in most relationships. Once they get comfortable with you, they get wild and crazy fun. They have a down-to-earth personality. They usually don't like to be the life of the party. They tend to be a minimalist. They prefer to write rather than talk. They are great listeners. They're a great leader.
10 hard truths about love and relationships no one likes to admit. Number 1. Romance will fade away. Passion and romance will fade over time, but the trick is to not let it die completely. You won't be planning surprises for your partner all the time, and he won't take you on dates every weekend. A middle path needs to be figured out here, so the bond stays strong. Number 2. Every relationship is different. Just because people around us are going about their relationships a certain way, it doesn't mean the same applies to ours too. Number 3. There are days when we regret being in a relationship. Yes, it happens to everyone, and there's no shame in admitting it. A relationship can't be about happy times every single day. There will be moments or days when it'll make you feel shitty and miserable. However, most things can be resolved by communicating well with our partner. Number 4. More often than not, we dwell on our partner's weaknesses. What this does is build resentment, and over time, it festers, affecting the relationship in the long term. Instead of constantly thinking about where your partner is falling short, weigh it against the things they do and their strengths. Number 5. We often blame the relationship for our failures. We have to actually stop holding our relationship and partner responsible for our failures. Instead, we should take ownership of the mistakes we commit and try our best to correct them. Number 6. We try to hide our flaws, even from our partner, and that's a big mistake right there. There's no point in hiding who we really are or the mistakes we make from our SO. It's all going to come out sometime. In fact, by hiding our flaws, we're actually keeping them away from who we truly are. Number 7. Ignorance is not bliss. Ignoring conflicts may give us a good night's sleep today, but in the long run it will just become a bigger issue, one that might have the potential to ruin our bond forever. Number 8. Life isn't a Hollywood or TV drama. Hollywood and TV may be realistic, but they are certainly not reality. your relationship isn't going to follow the same course. Things will not just come together magically, and there's not always a happy ending. You have to prepare yourself for heartbreak in some form or the other. Number 9, we're all a little selfish. This may be one of the most brutal truths about relationships. We all like the concept of unconditional love, but in reality, it's fiction. We do the things we do because we have a selfish motive at heart, even if it's as basic as happiness, and there's nothing wrong with that. Number 10, relationships need more than love. Yes, love is needed, but we also need friendship, mutual trust, compatibility, honesty, and more. 10 simple steps to stop overthinking. Number 1, awareness is the beginning of change. Anytime you find yourself doubting or feeling stressed or anxious, step back and look at the situation and how you're responding. Number 2, don't think of what can go wrong, but what can go right. In many cases, overthinking is caused by a single emotion, fear. Visualize all the things that can go right and keep those thoughts present and up front. Number 3, distract yourself into happiness. Things like mediation, dancing, exercise, learning an instrument, knitting, drawing, and painting can distance you from the issues enough to shut down the overanalysis. Number 4, put things into perspective. The next time you catch yourself making a mountain out of a molehill, ask yourself how much it will matter in 5 years. Number 5, stop waiting for perfection. The moment you start thinking this needs to be perfect is the moment you need to remind yourself, waiting for perfection is never as smart as making progress. Number 6, change your view of fear. Remember, every opportunity is a new beginning, a place to start again. Number 7, put a timer to work. Set a timer for 5 minutes and give yourself that time to think, worry, and analyze. Once the timer goes off, spend 10 minutes with a pen and paper, writing down all the things that are worrying you, stressing you, or giving you anxiety. Let it rip. When the 10 minutes is up, throw the paper out and move on. Number 8, realize you can't predict the future. If you spend the present moment worrying about the future, you are robbing yourself of your time now. Number 9, accept your best. Once you've given an effort your best, accept it as such and know that, while success may depend in part on some things you can't control, you've done what you could do. Number 10, be grateful. You can't have a regretful thought and a grateful thought at the same time, so why not spend the time positively? Every morning and every evening, make a list of what you are grateful for. Get a gratitude buddy and exchange lists so you have a witness to the good things that are around you.
Today I'll tell you interesting psychological facts about human behavior. Smarter people underestimate themselves. You can only remember 3 to 4 things at a time. People between the ages of 18 to 33 are the most stressed in the world. The human attention span is shorter than a goldfish. Online dating and online shopping follow the same psychological principle. Women with higher IQs have a harder time finding a mate. The way you dress is linked with your mood. Good liars are better at detecting lies of others. 70% of your dreams contain secret messages. Learning new things increases gray matter in the brain. Your brain treats rejection like a physical pain. It only takes 4 minutes to fall in love. 90% of people text things they can't say in person. People who oversleep tend to crave more sleep. Singing reduces feelings of depression and anxiety.
8 rules of life. Number 1, ignore them. Don't listen to other people. Live a life that's empowered to you. Number 2, let it go. Never ruin a good day by thinking about a bad yesterday. Number 3, give it time. Time heals everything. Number 4, don't compare. The only person you should try to beat is the person you were yesterday. Number 5, stay calm. It's okay not to have everything figured out. Know that in time, You'll get there. Number 6, change the plan. If the plan doesn't work, change the plan, but never the goal. Number 7, it's on you. Only you are in charge of your happiness. Number 8, smile. Life is short, enjoy it while you can.
ሽመልስ አብዲሳ ደግሞ አንድ ጥያቄ ሽመልስ አብዲሳ ምንድነው ራፋለ ችግር አለ በመጨረሻ ጭንቅላት ራስስ ነው ጉድ እንዴ ምንድነው እንዴ ሁልጊዜ ቀን የብልጽግና ሰበሰባችሁ ሸኔ ምንድነው ሸኔ የታለ ሸኔ በሚሳሌ እኔ አላቀም ሸኔ ግን ወራና ደብልስማ ኦሮሞ አባኦ ያንበሶች ያቃለ ታዲያ ምንድነው ሸኔ የታለ ሸኔ አንተ የቆምጮች እንዴ በጣም ሸሜ አንተ የኦሮሞች እኮ ታዲያ ምንድነው ሸኔ አንተ ሽመልስ አብዲሳ ነው ታቃለው እስማ ወራና ደብልስማ ኦሮሞ ነው ታቃለው ሽመልስ አብዲሳ በጣም አስጠላ በጣም ሸሜ ሆነት በጣም ሸሜ ስርና ስርዓት ባካችሁ ስርና ስርዓት ወራና ደብልስማ ኦሮሞ አባኦ ወቦ ወራና ደብልስማ ኦሮሞ አባኦ ወቦ ኦኬ ለመተ የቹለ ሸኔ ጀተ ፈሳም She can arrest the Lewalling Galuga. And it